Hi guys, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Okay, so my last series was about using junk envelopes, you know, the ones you're going to recycle anyway, and turning them into an art journal. The windows, the little acetate windows, I covered them up with washi tape and waited until the very last minute to take all the washi tape off. Do not throw that out. I should have probably mentioned that in the old videos, but what I did was I saved them and I put them into my other art journals. And they make wonderful backgrounds because they're instant decor. It's already painted. It has lots of great color. You can coordinate it any which way you like, but you know, it speaks to me. And then I also have it in my large one. So here, hang on. So if you wanted to do on a larger scale, you absolutely could. But because they're all so different, because, you know, each envelope was made individually, it makes a wonderful background. So, you know, it's instant kind of mixed media. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now, what are you going to do with it besides the background? You're going to end up making something with it, right? Or at least I am. And also, I have a big stack of little journal cards that I wanted to use. What I like about it is a lot of these colors would just sort of make it pop on top of this background. So I thought it'd be interesting to use journal cards. So these are the ones from Recollections from Michael's. My Dollar Tree had them on sale in the summertime. Excuse me. And I thought, you know, why not buy a bunch? And I haven't used them. But, you know, sometimes they say things that you want to use. So you could use this as your title kind of thing or quote. Or sometimes they have like a really cool background like that. And then you can use them in different applications. So you can use it as is or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to probably alter these and see what I can do. This one I cut some circles out of to probably use. Hold on, let me see. Because I really do like the color. I think it would pop really nicely against that turquoise background. So I'm going to do a single page and then see where I go from there. So I like this. I like both of these. But we'll figure it out as we go. I think maybe we'll do this one first. No, I've made up my mind. The green. But I also have these ones. Ay, okay. If you don't like what's going on here, grab the ones that are blank on the other side and use that to stamp your quote on or whatever stamp you want to use. So, you know, like you don't have to use all of these. I bought like 2 packages of each, so I have a lot that say the same thing. I was like, okay, it's a bit overkill, but you know, we figure why not? Because we can always use it in different ways. So I'm going to use some Jane Davenport stamps because they're handy and I like her style. Same as Dana Wakley. I like her style too. But yeah. So I don't know if it'll show up too easily on this polka dot background. Let's see, do I have another one? Hang on. I could do it on here and then just, you know, go like that. But I want it to have another layer. So, again, just use the back side. It's okay. You can do that. You can color these in. You can use watercolors, whatever you felt like doing. Sometimes I'll leave them black and white because I kind of like the contrast. So, alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little bit of space here. So yeah, I've said it before, highlighters for this kind of application is very easy to use. Most of us have quite a collection of highlighters. I know I do. I don't know about the rest of you, but I have quite a collection. So I like using them to color in very quickly because they layer nicely, so you can blend them a little bit, almost like a watercolor kind of thing, which is pretty cool. you know, art journaling doesn't have to be overly complicated. It is a very simple process. You know, it's just having fun with the supplies you have. And it doesn't have to be, you know, the latest and greatest. If you don't have the money for it, you know, that's okay. You can do so many different things. You can draw your own. You can do whatever. I've drawn quite a few different faces over the last couple of years and just had fun with just drawing. You know, I just have a stack of paper, and then when I'm watching Netflix or whatever, I can just have fun and just draw away. That's kind of what I like about it. So you're basically doodling. So highlighters, yes, they are an artist's best friend, I find, in this way anyway, because they layer so nicely. So you can do a little bit of all the colors because they just go nicely together. And the more you layer, the more interesting it is. Because each new layer will just create another color, which is kind of cool. And then I'm going to try some purple, I think. Because there is purple in my background, so I just want to relate a little bit back to some of the other colors. But, you know, using highlighters is nice because you don't have to wait for drying time, which is perfect. I mean, if you have the patience, I do not always have the patience to wait. So it's just a question of, you know, what suits you best. I think I'm going to give her some freckles. There. Because I want to. Just very pretty. Her eyes. Sorry for my creaky chair. It is dry in my house right now. My hair is like so frizzy. It's not even funny. It's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, everything is creaky, the floors and everything in between. So it's a little bit annoying, I know. But there we go. So now it's just a question of cutting it out. You could leave it on here and then cut out a rough shape, or you could do, let's see, what else could you do? Can you see that? Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I was still in frame. You could tear it out if you wanted to. You could do a rough cut. It's fine. It's entirely up to you. There's a lot to be said for, you know, just a rough cut and a precise cut. So, you know, if you're really good at fussy cutting, I am not, unfortunately. I mean, I'm improving, let's put it that way, but it's not my favorite thing to do still. It is easier to fussy cut if it's, you know, like a stiffer paper. That's kind of like, you know, what I like about these journaling cards. It's, you know, it gives you a little bit more structure. And I could save part of this, or I could just recycle it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But that way I'm using what I have. And I don't have to get another piece of paper out. Alright, so the time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. So I like that. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut it out. Now you can do it any which way you like. You can cut it all apart and paste it together. You keep it together. as long as you remember how it all was. And try to sort of, you know, keep it in line. You could take a picture of it or write it down on a separate piece of paper. There we go. All right. Save this because this would make good little accent pieces. All right. So she needs something to ground her. So you could do something like that. I could even do something like that. I kind of like that. Yeah, that looks better. You could ink the edges if you wanted to. I don't tend to decoupage the stiffer paper because it just takes forever for it to dry, and it does wrinkle like crazy. So just some good old glue would just work fine. And a good way to hide the fact that you're a horrible fussy cutter like I am, you can ink the edges with some black ink, and that would look pretty cool. Let's see how those colors just sort of go together now, right? Now if you wanted to stand out more, you could just do plain yellow hair or just one color, one bright color. That is okay too. I'm just going to lay out my time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. There we go. Make sure I have it all. You probably can't see it, but it's down here. There we go. Again, you could absolutely ink the edges of these to make them stand out more. Oh, come on. Probably need longer nails. Ooh. This book is getting pretty full, so it is starting to curve quite a bit towards the end here, but you know, it'll be okay. Just hold it a little bit. There. I'm just having fun with color in this case. I don't think I really use like lime green very often. This is not maybe it is close. do love me some circles, so. But I like that they have the lines in there, so you can really put them just about anywhere. The lines don't have to be horizontal. You could do them on an angle, whatever you felt like doing. You could also punch out like little shapes from that and then put it on there. Let's see, one more. There's such a thing as overdoing it, I think sometimes, which I tend to head towards, unfortunately, but that's okay. If you can't do it in your art journal, where else can you do it? Overboard is okay by me. That is half the fun, is playing with color and shapes. There we go. So, simple background that I had left over from my envelope project, creating a art journal page is simple, and using some cards I would probably not use otherwise, you know, recycle. So this is some packaging. I love Baby Yoda, so Grogu, I guess. Yeah, packaging, and this is the mixed media art tape. Here again, packaging. I just love how it came together, and just having fun with a lot of the art tape. Basically art tape again, you know, washi tape in this case, but recycling, reusing, and seeing what you can make with it, which is a lot of fun. So I'm so happy with that, actually. The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Absolutely true. Bye, guys.